I think when I go to Vrindavan, I'm going to get myself a teacher. In a way, it's very embarrassing for me to not speak Hindi. Samsarada nalalida loka Chanayaka Yaganaganadyam Samsarada nalalida loka Chanayaka Gana Gana Praptasya Kalyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanadavindam Tasya Kalyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanadavindam. Cual bosque en llamas, el mundo nos quema para salvarnos como una nube vienes. Cual bosque en llamas, el mundo nos quema para salvarnos como una nube vienes. Del mar de gracia de Krishna nos lluevas, tus pies de loto adoro el Guru Deva. Del mar de gracia de Krishna nos llueves, tus pies de loto adoro Guru Deva. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Paditra Madhyam Manashurashena. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Paditra Madhyam Manashurashena. Romanchakam Pashu Tarangavayo Vande Guru Sri Charanadavindam.
Romanchakam Pashu Tarangavayo Vande Guru Sri Charanadavindam.
Tus pies de loto adoro Prabhupada. Tus pies de loto adoro Prabhupada.
Tus pies de loto adoro Prabhupada. Tus pies de loto adoro Prabhupada.
Si Vigraha Radhana Nityananda Shingaretanman Viramanjanadu.
Sivigahara Nana Nityanana Singharatama Vivamajanadu.
Yuktasya Bhaktam Chanyunyato Vande Guru Sri Charanadavindam. Chaturvida Si Bhagavat Prashado Satvanatri Tamari Bhakta Shangam.
Chaturvida Si Bhagavat
Charanara Vindam. Chiradikama Dabayora Pada Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Nam Nam.
Chiradikama Dabayora Pada Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Nam Nam.
Dikshana Shadvana Lolopasya Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Nikunya Yuno Ratike Lishidai Yaya Libi Yuktira Pekchaniya.
Nikunya Yuno Ratike Lishidai Yaya Libi Yuktira Pekchaniya.
Tatari Rasya Rati Vallabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Chakshatari Tenanamasta Shastra Yuktastata Vayataiva Shabdi. Kintu Prabhuya Priyaiva Tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Yasya Prashado Bhagavat Prashado Yasya Prashada Nagadi Turobi.
Yasya Prashada Bhagavat Prashado Yasya Prashada Nagati Turobi.
Dayam Stuvam Stasya Yasasti Sandhyam. Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam.
Yaya Sura Saya Sasi Sada Bhave Guru Sri Charanara.
Shimad Guru Rashtakamita Tuchai Brahme Muhurte Pratati Prayatna.
Srimad Guru Asakameta Usha Brahme Muhurte Padati Prayatna.
Yastina Vrindavana Rata Shakshat Sevai Valabhya Janno Sotaiva. Cual bosque en llamas el mundo nos quema, para salvarnos como una nube vienes.
Vamos que en llamas el mundo nos quema, para salvarnos como una nube viene.
El mar de gracia de Krishna nos llueves. Tus pies de loto adoro Prabhupada. En el kirtan de Gora cantas y bailas tu bella música alegre. En el kirtan lloras y tiemblas, tus pies de loto adora Prabhupada.
Tu piel se eriza, lloras y temblas, tus pies de loto adoro Prabhupada.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Behari Gopijana Vallabha Girivanadhari.
Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari, Gopijana Vallabha Girivanadhari.
Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Amari Ravanachari.
Yashodanandana Ramunati Ravanachari. Señor, déjame ser un instrumento de tu amor.
Oh Gangama,
Oh Gangama,
déjame ser
déjame ser
un instrumento de tu amor.
Oh Gangama, déjame ser un instrumento de tu amor.
Oh Pachamama, déjame ser
Déjame ser
un instrumento de tu amor.
Oh Pachamama, déjame ser un instrumento de tu amor.
Hari. Acha, Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Bol. Nitya Lila Pavishtum Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivraja Kachastar Satasisi Aboy Chana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pavishtum Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivraja Kachastar Satasisi Bhaktira Kaksila Siddhadeva Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pavishtum Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivraja Kachastar Satasisi Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahashai Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pavishtum Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivraja Kachasta Satasisi Machila Jagnatas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivraja Kachasta Satasisi Mat Srila Guru Devantulananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivraja Kachasta Satasisi Mat Srila Gopananda Bon Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda Ki Jai. Kiva Kumbh Mela Ki Jai. Kiva Kumbh Mela Ki Jai. Rishikesh Yoga Festival Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Bol. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Yoga Inbound Ki Jai. En 40 minutos todos tenemos que ir por esta cosa en la recepción en un grupo, porque este es la identificación del prashadam. Entonces vayan en grupo, por favor, con Ambika. 40 minutos, alguien preste la atención para que ayudamos un poquito la cooperación.
O sea, la idea es ir todos.
Sí, todos en grupo a la recepción. Yo para el programa allá y vamos
Y
juntos.
hacerlo muy, él me dijo, Ramesh me dijo que es muy ordenado si podemos hacer una fila. Porque siempre ellos se quedaron un poquito,
Ellos-
somos un poquito desordenados, entonces que por
Sí.
favor hiciéramos una fila. Esta vez, tómate. Solo eso pidió.
Perdonen la indirecta.
Muy directa.
Sí, es para ayudar acá y que nos... Bueno, esta mañana... Oh, sorry. This... All translation is concentrated there. Those who do speak English, please come here to my side. Don't sit behind the Spanish translation. Sorry for them.
You're going to be here in the morning, honey. You're going to be here each morning?
Yeah,
Changing?
yes,
At what time?
at 7.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Haribol.
So please, the Spanish translation should be very back. Anybody speaks English or tries to learn English, come to the front. Bhakti, come to the front. You have to learn English. Aye. So this morning, we are talking about the first inbound yoga lesson, which is our body is a temple. in a very beautiful conversation I had with one of our abuelos from Colombia. His name is Humberto Victorino. He was describing to me how in a vision, in a search of a vision, the very last moment when he was just finishing the vision and he was asking himself, what did I see in this vision? What did I see? What did I get from 4 days of fasting, staying out in the nature, just with a little blanket? What did I get? So he was just offering his obeisances to Mother Earth by touching his head to the ground when he saw a teeny little bit of water sticking on a grass. And this water was the dew, the morning dew. And as he looked very carefully on this little piece of water, he could see a reflection of himself. And he saw himself in this little dew of water. And he said, I felt that all the beauty I'm looking for is also within me. So I have to be that beauty. I have to be that reflection in this life of the divine. Very nice, the divine. Mahadeva is divine, Ganga is divine, Radha Govinda Mandir is divine, Mother Earth is divine, the elements are divine, Bhumi, Apo, Nalu, Vayu, Kangmanu, Buddhi, Eva, Cha, Ahankaram, Idiyame, Bina, Prakriti, Ashtaina. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, all the elements, they belong to him. That means they're all connected to him. So, if everything, now you all come a little closer because maybe the carpet will not be enough there. And also our Maharaj, Brihaprati, please come and sit here with us. You are an English speaker. And we have more carpets there to spread out if you don't. So, what a beautiful realization. Because how beautiful is a water drop on a grass halm? This is too much, you know. How did this beautiful little water element reflects all around? Because he said, in this drop I could not only see myself, but I saw all the surrounding. You like a fish eye, when you have a picture taken by a fish eye lens, then it takes everything. It distorts it a little bit, but it's there. Give me the magazine. That magazine, yes. This is a fish eye picture. That's what you get when you have a fish eye picture. No? It takes the center and you see all the surrounding. Actually surrounding, you see the kiva, you see the temple, you see all of Varshana. But it's there, but you have to look very carefully. Look like here on this side is the Lakshmi Yantra. So a fish eye is something. So in every drop, in every bit of reflection, it's like that. Everything is there. And you are also there if you look at it. So by seeing you inside of everything, and everything around you, you get a very holistic look on life. And that is what the first thing I'm going to say, because your body is a temple. That is my statement for us to understand. You're a walking temple. Look at this. You are a walking temple. Yes, touch your hand, touch your nose. Without the nose, you would not be breathing this wonderful air. And that would be a great deficiency. Try, close your nose. How long can you do that? Then you understand how sacred nose is. so wonderful, the nose. So, the next step or the next thing to realize is, I am a temple, my body is a temple, my consciousness is the temple's guard, pujari, cook, sevaka, everything that is in your body, you are doing what has to be done in relationship to the divine. Wow, what a dimension. Jai Gangama. So, next, what is the context? You are a temple? Good. Where are you? Well, you're walking on Mother Earth. You're breathing the air. You're watching the sun. Look, how happy we are today. We got some sunlight. After yesterday, so cold, so windy, everything was tough. But now we see, today we're going to have sunshine. Just by that we can see it. We don't see the sun yet with our eyes. But the context. Our modern scientific community creates a very, very big problem. They try to understand the world by looking at a text. A text, dear scientists. The text, a book is made of many signs, dots, periods, and exclamation marks, question marks, but they're nothing. That depends where they are standing, if they're standing before or after or under or I. So you need the word. But the word says nothing, so you need to have the sentence. But the sentence means nothing without the context of the sentence. Even a paragraph, even the entire book doesn't mean much if you do not take in consideration that there was an author who wrote it. And what did he have in mind? Did he really accomplish to put the meaning of his mind in these words? Like sometimes you get in Google like some script. Okay, there's a text, but it means nothing. It's not meant to mean anything, but sometimes people say things and still they don't mean anything to you because you're not in the context of understanding the mind of the author as he write, or the language, or this or that. There's so many elements in surrounding. And now, what about the author? Okay, you understand the author. He wrote this book. He wanted to say this message. You are reading it. You're trying to understand this message. But is that the entire context? No. What the author was eating while he was writing the book is part of the context also. And the farmer who grew his food so that he could eat something is also part of the context. And the earth which was there to receive the seed and the water to produce the grain or the fruit is also part of the context. But you, my dear scientists, you try to understand everything by taking one word or one sentence or one little discovery out of context. But if you take anything out of context, then you will not understand anything. All your conclusions are not only speculative, but they're actually like intellectual dabbling. That's why when we understand this body and the world which surrounds us, the Vedas, they have come to us this way. I will tell you. Come here, sit down. Okay, listen. The Lord is everywhere. The Lord is nowhere. The Lord is very far away. The Lord is very close. Now the Guru says, do you understand this? Here we go. Guru Deva sounds a little difficult. Okay, go back to your mother. You're not ready to study here. You're not ready for studying the Vedas. You have to accept, when you want to study Veda, that the Lord is inconceivable. You are not going to reason. You're not going to make rhyme and reason of the creation of an atom, of time, of love, of anything. Huh? Now you want to go home? Cry out with your mother? I went to the school. They smashed me. They said I'm a fool. I cannot understand. I just tried to understand what the master was saying. So, rhyme and reason, text and context. You want to take one little bit out and you want to understand the context? How will you know any type of context? How will you understand anything? What you shall do? People ask me all the time. I don't know what to do. It's like a tango. I hear it like every day a few times. Guru Deva, what to do with life? To marry or not to marry, that is the question. To make money or not have money, that is the question. To be or not to be, that is the question. Yes, but at the time of Prashad, nobody asks to be or not to be. They're only asking to feed or not to feed. That is the question. So where's our mind? Where's our intelligence? Where's our holy temple body situated? And that is the whole picture which we call inbound yoga. That is where you can understand that you have a spiritual mission of life. Yoga means union with the divine. So to understand your position in your temple body in this world, that is a spiritual mission. And that's not a mission of text. You may memorize a few shlokas from the Sanskrit. You may look through the microscope and watch some items. You may read some things. You may learn some grammar. But to no avail to come to any conclusion. As a matter of fact, there is no conclusion. The conclusion is living. Living and giving. Life has a wonderful potential. So much beauty is there in life. Oh. Coming back to our drop. All the beauty is in that drop, and this beauty is in you because you are seeing this drop. You are seeing yourself in this drop. You are part of this drop. The drop is part of you. And who are you? The drop, the body, the mind, the intelligence, the memory. Where and who are you? That is what we are coming to find out by studying Veda. Veda means knowledge. It is the very origin of, we call it in South America, the original law. La ley de origen. What is the original law? Nobody knows. How will you know? The original law can only be approached in prayer. Only with great submission, with great humility can we approach the world of infinite dimensions, the world of cause and effect. Even cause and effect, the law of karma, which is humongous and incredible, it cannot be penetrated by the mind, and it's a sequence. Cause, effect, cause, effect. You cannot think of anything in this world which doesn't have a cause. The tree, beautiful. Cause, the seed. Why the seed grows? Cause, water. Cause, earth. Cause, sunlight. All these things together, now tree is coming, bloop, poking out the nose. Is it a favorable environment here? I hope so. Go a little higher. So cause and effect, it's always there. Even if something itches you, there's a cause. Maybe you had a woolen cloth with some pinching things, or maybe there was a lice. Maybe some little bed bug was eating you overnight, and now you have to scratch. So cause and effect is everywhere. No way. Every bacteria in the world has cause and effect ruling their life. So we are no exception to that. So what is the original law? The original law brings us to understand that we have a spiritual mission in life. That every moment can be connected to our spiritual mission. And that every moment wasted is a moment which indirectly teaches us by sadness that a life without a spiritual mission is not satisfactory. Therefore, some young people, after making money, position, family, they have everything, and then all of a sudden they say, bing, I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to go to that job anymore. I quit. I can't. I have to discover different things in life now. That happens to many people in life. And some people, they don't do it, they don't dare to. But inside, they think about it all the time. When am I going to run away from here? How long more I'm going to tolerate this circumstance of causes and effects which have been produced by your own action? Oh, Govinda. So the Inbound Yoga School has given us the opportunity to celebrate our own temple, the body. The Inbound Yoga School teaches us to concentrate and to relax. We have many asanas which we teach, but the greatest importance of all the asanas is to understand the sacredness of your body and to understand the sacredness of your surrounding. Like when we do Surya Namaskar, we offer our dandavats, our respect to Mother Earth, and we understand our body to be an instrument which is receiving grace from the sun. So therefore, in the Hatha Yoga, there's many asanas. They're also connected with mantras. They're also connected with kirtan. There's always some divine sound giving us support, and always surrounded by sacredness. Even when you relax, like some of the asanas, some of the relaxing is just to make sure No? You get your spine, you feel it. Yes. Oh God, that feels good. No? And you go back and forth and you touch the ground. And then say, oh, Mother Earth, let me bow to you. You are supporting me. Everything. You can even do yoga of the eyes, looking up, looking down. Everything. There's so many things you can. Yoga has exercise and exercise. Patanjali, nevertheless, the great teacher of yoga, he has very clearly stated that yoga success depends on Ishvara. Now here we are in the International Yoga Festival, and many people come here with different concepts of yoga, and we are very happy that we can represent here in this gathering, in connection with our Indian friends, for example, with the friends of the yoga ministry, the friends of the Ayurveda ministry, with the friends of the Indian Institute of Yoga. We are very happy to present the full spectrum of yoga, which goes beyond the exercises of concentration and relaxation. It goes far beyond. It goes, what do you do when you're relaxed? What do you do when you're concentrated? What is next step? Then you have to think about what to do with your energy, your human energy, and that takes you to karma yoga. Karma yoga means using your energy. Karma also means work, but karma yoga doesn't mean work. Karma yoga means giving your love and your energy, your intelligence, everything you have to the goal of happiness of others, not your happiness. Your happiness, that will be included. Don't worry. If you worry about the happiness of others, your own happiness will come along automatically. You don't have to make a separate endeavor for that. That egotist, they cannot understand. They're in the selfie world. You know, my selfie. Can I take a selfie with you? Please? My selfie. But selfie comes from selfish. So selfie means you want to see yourself. My lack of whatever I am is enhanced by you. Thank you. Please come here. Let's have a selfie together. Maybe together I'm looking a little better. Maybe you're adding what is missing in me. Of course, some people also just take a selfie. That means a selfie of myself. Me with me. Or me with this mountain. Me with the river. Me. So selfie is really selfish. So that's why it's so popular. You know, you can buy a stick, you can get selfie from far, selfie from close. You can make a selfie of your nose inside with a macro. I mean, there's many types of selfies you can take, you know. But, you know, all you do is you're searching for happiness in yourself. Now, it's not that there's no happiness in yourself. It's in yourself when you give yourself. When you give yourself, then you get the joy of the self. So it is very simple, but it's very hard to put into practice. It requires a very, very, very strong determination. So the yoga inbound takes us to karma yoga pretty quick, because we shouldn't be relaxing and concentrating and not do anything, you know, because life goes on 24/7. It goes on and on and on and on. You have to be in the karma yoga, you have to be every day. In the jnana yoga, you have to be every day. In the wonderful bhakti yoga, you should be also non-stop. So all yoga should be with you all the way, all the time. Why? Because it becomes part of you. Because your body is a temple. Because your mind is the temple commander. And the intelligence is the temple president. And sometimes they argue with each other. It's pretty problematic. But the soul is the resident in the divine world. So the soul has the final word. But many times in this conditional world, the soul is silent. And the intelligence is sleeping, and the mind is quabbling, huh? And the senses are pulling. Come. Huh? You know, the senses have been compared to horses, no? And those horses, they're pulling you into different directions at the same time. That's a problem, no? They would all go nicely the same way, but no. One is pulling, no. Oh my God, I can't do it, I can't handle it. Huh? So in this way, senses, mind, intelligence, soul, these are the Mahabhutas. You have to understand them. This is what the Veda, study of Veda is all about. Understanding how you're situated, how you're conditioned, and how you get out of it. And so karma yoga is very important, because karma yoga means focus your mind. I will do this work to help others. Oh, really? You can do many things for others. You can fight for the rivers, you can fight for Mother Nature, you can fight for the young people to get proper education. Practically our educational system of this modern world is the greatest cheating system can imaginable. Everybody's taught you'll be happy by having more and more and more and more. And what do we learn in the real school, in the inbound yoga school? That you can be more happy with less and less and less and less. Now, who's crazy? Are we crazy, or is the school system crazy? Can you be happy with more and more and more? All the people who have so much, are they fulfilled? Is their craving satisfied? Never. What they do, they ruin the world. I mean, they say if everybody in this world lives the Hollywood style of life, even all the poor people in Africa, in China, in here and there, if every one of them would have their whole apartment full of nice furnitures and nice carpets and wall panels, you know, wooden wall panels and all that, you know, if you would give this to every human being, there would not be one tree left in the world. There's no way. There aren't enough teaks and mahogany and all these things. They aren't available. Already they're depleted. Already we have the greatest disaster. But if you want to supply that Hollywood style of life, like little fancy cars with wooden, nice fancy wooden boards, and plus all the other resources of life next to trees would also be depleted. We cannot live this competition of more and more and more. The planet cannot sustain it. And even though they shoot rockets to the sky, they will not bring raw material here from other planets. You can forget it. We better look after what we have here, but instead of doing that, we are going for this big eagerness of extracting from nature whatever I can. Selfie. My house, my home, my wood, my this, my stainless steel. Instead of trying to be happy with less. This thing, happiness with less, is not a consumer propaganda, because that's the consumer society exactly. That's what they're scared of. People who do not spend, who do not take part in that consumer madness, because the system is based on more. And in that system of more, some have too much and many have not enough. It's also crazy, no? That's not the idea a Vedic king would run his kingdom, no? Of course, in a kingdom, not everybody is treated equally. I will give you one story which is there in the Veda. One time the servant of the king went, "My dear Lord, can I ask you a question?" King said, "Yes." I am working for you every day. I only sleep a few hours, eat, and the rest of the day I'm working for you and you are paying me so many rupees. The king said, yes, very nice, that is your salary. But my question is that the minister, he's also working for you just like me. But I see you pay him many more rupees than me. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Why? Why? Why is he getting more than me? He's working for you and I'm working for you. So the king looked at his servant. He said, well, I will show you why. Look, outside of my palace there's an elephant. Can you please tell me what is the weight of this elephant? So the servant ran out. He took the elephant and he went to the market. Can you weigh the elephant? Is there any scale for an elephant? Elephant scales available? Couldn't find anything. Came back. My dear Lord, I really tried to weigh the elephant. No way. I can't do it. Okay. King said, thank you. He called the minister. Minister, come here. Can you please weigh the elephant which we have outside there? It's standing in front of the palace. Minister went away. After 3 hours he came back. The elephant weighs 2.5 tons. The servant was looking at the minister. I tried all over the city. I didn't find any scale. How in the world do you know elephant weighs that much? Minister said, very simple. I took the elephant on a little boat and I measured how deep the boat was sinking into the water. Then I took elephant out and I put as many weights into the boat until again it came down to this level of elephant. Then I said, this is the weight of the elephant. Oh. The king said to him, now do you know why I pay him more rupees? So, karma, no? Karma is like that. But what is a Rajarshi? A king, a holy king. He's the one who makes sure that everybody has enough. And everybody is engaged according to their talents, according to their ability. And that there's no squandering and there's no destruction going on in Mother Earth. We don't have such holy kings today. That's why we're in trouble. Because the people with less intelligence have captured the great, powerful agency, mining, chemistry, industrial architect, cultivation of the lands with chemicals, with seeds, which are not natural seeds. So altogether, this has caused an imbalance. And if we want to understand the meaning of that text, we have to look again at the context. And what is the context? The context is that we are living in a world which is dominated by the selfies. And because of all this selfishness, our world is going the wrong way. So we have to awaken the spiritual love. We have to awaken the Kiva Kumbha Mela in the heart of everyone. That is the conclusion of the great sages and rishis of this world. and it will be understood and it will be accepted by all those who are sensible, all those who understand the call. There's many calls. Our indigenous grandfathers, grandmothers, they have calls. There's a Muisca call, there's the Arhuaco call, there is a Kiva call, there's the Inbound Yoga call. There are so many organizations in the world. They're all calling for a better world. But only when we come to the spiritual part, that's why the United Nations of the Spirit. It's not the United Nations of logic. It's not the United Nations of compassion. Even though compassion is highly appreciated, but compassion can be sentimental, compassion can be partial, you're compassionate with one and ignoring the pains of others. So it's not enough compassion. It's not United Nations of reason. It's not the United Nations of democracy, and much less the United Nations of dictatorships. And not the United Nations of military of impositions. And it is not the United Nations of organic agriculture. Even though we love organic agriculture, that is a very important thing, but it must be spiritual agriculture. Even we have to respect the divine in the Mother Earth. Not enough. Oh, it must be strictly organic. Please, don't put any chemicals and that's good. But what about your prayer? No prayer? You think just by your organic thing everything will happen perfectly? No. United Nations of the Spirit is asking for spiritual agriculture, for spiritual science, for spiritual communication, for peace, not for the sake of not having violence, but peace for the sake of learning to love each other. Because if we fight with each other, how you can love each other? So some people say, peace means don't beat me and I don't beat you. Okay? Okay, peace agreement. Let's sign a contract. We will never beat each other. But I steal your water. But I do this, I do that. So this peace agreement, no, it's not the United Nations of peace. It's not the United Nations of feeding our bellies. Of course we should fill our bellies, otherwise how can we work? But it's the United Nations of sacrifice for the well-beings of all and receiving the grace. So the Inbound School of Yoga represents this within our community, with our friends. That's what we're trying to do. That is our contribution. It's just one small little contribution to one small group of people. But that's what we are. We are minute parts of a universal beauty. Our temple, our body can do what you can do. Your mind can understand what you can understand. Your intelligence can reflect upon what you have heard. And your soul can live what you have realized. Our time is now ready to get our Prasadam license. So please, we have to go there. There's not so many people. We have to make a line. We can pray in the meantime. And thank you so much for coming to this morning program here. Ganga Ma Ki Jai, Radha Govinda Temple Ki Jai. Paramadvaiti, which is having us here in the Yoga Festival, Mahadeva Ki Jai. Let us be thankful for every moment. And at 11 o'clock we have a very important gathering on the beach, on the Ganga beach. We have a prayer to the elements, to the river, and we will reflect many important things of the next days to come. And los abuelos van a ser nuestros guías en este proceso que vamos a tener en el Ganga. A las 11, ahora es las 8, hasta podría ser más temprano, pero bueno, para que todo el mundo llegará. vamos a hacer de las 10 a las 11 hay música de meditación en Ganga Beach y de las 11 ya está la reunión con los abuelos.
Where's the beach?
The beach, we can go there all together. It's just very simple. You go, you know the bridge? You just go straight. You don't cross the bridge. You can already see it. There's a beautiful beach with sand and everything. And we will have different musics from 10 to 11 there. So musicians who like to chant for the holy prayer, they can come there because it's a long time to 11, right? We said 11 the meeting? Yes? Okay, that's it. Thank you. Dhanyavad. Mahalo.
Jai Srila Guru Maharaj
Jai Srila.
ki.